Good morning, Trudy Beerman here of TrudyBeerman.com, host of Debt Free Wealth Radio. This is going to be a three-part video series, and in this series I'm going to be addressing two of the biggest myths that I encounter as I empower working age adults to achieve debt-free wealth. And I don't think you'll be surprised when I tell you what they are. The first myth is that it is impossible for broke people to save. That is an uber myth that's out there, that it is impossible for broke people to save. The second myth is that it is impossible for broke people to accumulate wealth. Those are the two myths that I will be busting in the upcoming two videos. So for this video, what I want to do is not only set the stage for that, but to help you to begin to think strategy. Now, I'm going to agree that it is very difficult for a broke person to save money. I know, because I tried it and it was difficult for me, and a lot of the people I've served over time, they've encountered the exact same challenge. Strategy. Because you know what, guys, if you're doing something and it's not working, then doing it again and expecting a different result is really the definition of insanity. So if whatever strategy you've tried in the past, if it doesn't work for you, you may want to open up your mind to looking at another strategy. So when it comes to savings, I want to challenge those of you who think you're broke and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm already broke. How am I going to set aside extra money to save? I want to challenge you right there, because the first thing is strategy. Do you have a budget? And I know a lot of people think that word is a nasty word, but a budget's really a spending plan. If you don't have one, you're already not in the ballpark. You're not even in the ballpark. But I want you to go through your spending plan and look for areas that you have spent money that you could have done something differently. So for example, if I take my family of 4 to McDonald's, it's super easy for us to spend $30. Now, could we have bypassed that single trip and save that $30? Strategy, okay? So the first thing is you need to look at your spending plan and see what's going on. I know a lot of you don't like the word budget, so I'm using spending plan. And you have to have a spending plan, otherwise you're just spending the money and then you don't know where it's gone, and when you have your bills to pay, you don't have the money to pay. Forget saving, right? So the first thing is strategy. I want you to look at your strategy. So in the upcoming video, I'm going to deal with one awesome strategy that's going to dismiss the very first myth, which is broke people can't save. So catch me on the other video, and I look forward to connecting with you. Good morning, Trudy Beerman here of TrudyBeerman.com, host of Debt Free Wealth Radio. Today I am doing Mythbuster style. I want to address two myths that constantly come up as I help people during the course of my work, and many of you may know that through Debt Free Wealth Radio, especially, and other avenues as well, that I help working aged adults achieve debt-free wealth. Well, one of the biggest thing that comes up repeatedly, one of the myths I'm wanting to address today, is that it's impossible for people who are broke to save. It's impossible. That is the myth, that it is impossible for someone who's broke to save. And the second thing is that it is impossible for people who are broke to accumulate wealth. Okay, the two kind of go hand in hand, because if I dismiss one, obviously I'll be working towards dismissing the other. So the first one is, it's impossible for someone who's broke to save. Here's my challenge. Do you know what this is? I don't know how well you can see it here, but this is a dollar. This is a silver dollar. I don't know if you've seen one of these, but you know what? This today costs $30. Now, if you took that $30 that you were going to spend at McDonald's and bought one of these, you're on your way to saving. What do I $30, I know people on food stamps that can afford $30. So the average person is blowing $30 somewhere. By the end of the month, they probably can't show me that $30 because something came up and the cash was right there and they grabbed it and they spent it, and $30 is now gone and their savings account is zero, or not having $30 more than it could have. But if you took that $30 and bought one of these, $30, did you know it's only $30? A lot of people think that it's only wealthy people that can buy this stuff. This is only $30. $30, right? You buy one of these And all of a sudden, your 30 bucks, you're still looking at it. This is still $30, okay? It may be a $1 coin, a silver dollar, but it costs you 30 bucks to get this, okay? So you buy one of these and your 30 bucks is still in your hand. So, but now it's not in cash form. And I tell you, there's a psychology that happens when you buy these, that somehow you still have your money and you haven't spent it, because at the end of the month, you probably still will have this. Now, guys, if you're really in a pinch, it's very, very easy to get rid of these. Now, I'm not telling you to go to the pawn shop, although they will give you something for it. That's not what I'm talking about. There are ways to cash these back out to cash if you need it. But there's a psychology that happens when you convert your cash. A couple months go by of buying just one of these, and you will begin to accumulate wealth. The next thing, and I tell you something too, holding gold and silver in your hands, like I said, you can, for under 100 bucks, you can get a gram of gold. For under, for 30 bucks, you can get one of these. There's something about holding one of these in your hands that also makes you feel rich. It doesn't give the same feeling. You don't get the same feeling from cash. There's something about gold and silver that makes people feel rich. And I tell you something too, it's not the same as jewelry, guys. Forget jewelry, because jewelry, if you took 1 ounce of silver and bought jewelry with it, you would pay a whole lot more for that 1 ounce of silver in jewelry. Why? Because you're paying as much as 300% more for the design fee. So we're not talking about jewelry here. Don't waste your money on buying jewelry thinking you're getting gold and silver. Don't do that. I'm talking about accumulating wealth, 30 bucks at a time. You can do it. You can do it. I challenge you to try 30 bucks. Now, if you need a place to get it, I can tell you where. Below this video, I'll show you where you can start to do this. And you know what? It's not as hard as you think. 30 bucks at a time, and you'll begin to not only save, but accumulate wealth. Broke people can save, and broke people can accumulate wealth. And then you know what? If you save and accumulate wealth, you won't be broke anymore. This is Trudy Beerman for TrudyBeerman.com. You know what? Give me some love, like my page, comment below, I hope you do. I'm super simple to find at TrudyBeerman.com, and I look forward to connecting with you.